The top 6 teams at the end of the season would enjoy a weekend off, 7th hosts 10th and 8th hosts 9th in elimination matches. The matches would be played at home grounds, not regional venues, with the winners to nail the remaining 2 final spots. A similar concept has been used in the NFL and NHL, and the NRL hopes it will help maintain the interest of supporters whose clubs are no longer in the hunt for the top 8 as the regular season draws to a close. In 2018, the NRL featured 36 dead, or half-dead, games in which one or both clubs competing were out of the finals race. Under the proposed system, only 8 games would have fallen into that category last year. Over the past decade, television audiences have dropped about 8% for games with no bearing on the finals, and crowds have dipped by an average of 3,300. Canberra and West Tigers supporters will be buoyed by the news, given the Raiders have finished 10th on 3 occasions in the last 4 years and the Tigers have wound up 9th in 2 of the past 3 seasons. Raiders CEO Don Furner told the Herald, "It's a good idea, but we're certainly keen to explore it more." Ansley, who found out firsthand at the Gold Coast Titans how long August becomes when a club is not a chance to qualify for the finals, said at League Central on Monday, "The number of dead games is increasing and I don't think that's in anyone's interest. If this is a way of trying to arrest that, that's a good outcome. The question for people to determine is this the right way to do that? And is the trade-off worth it? Everyone will have a different view on it. At the Titans last year we were probably done and dusted early. There was still some hope, but it gets to the point you have to string a lot of wins together. If you're a team who has won less than 50% of your games in the first half of the season, expecting you can suddenly turn that around and win 75% of your games or even higher in the second half of the season to qualify for the top 8 is not a realistic outcome. That does impact on your crowds, the players, the coaching staff, revenue and the fans. If this is a way of keeping that engagement and involvement from everyone associated with the game, it's at least worth considering." Ansley was first briefed on the concept when he returned to the NRL in October. He was given the ARL Commission's blessing to go through the consultation process with clubs and expects to know the view of clubs by next week. If there was an appetite for change, the concept could be given final approval by the ARLC in a matter of months. If an extra round of finals was added to the schedule, the season would be moved forward by a week, and while the players involved in the wildcard weekend would be required to play an extra game, those at the clubs in the top 6 would have an additional week's rest. The AFL now has a week off between its regular season and finals. In terms of player welfare and workload, teams getting a week off before the finals is beneficial to them, Ansley said. The 4 teams who play the extra game, you wouldn't think under normal circumstances they would go as deep into the finals as other teams. Parramatta and North Queensland have come from 8th to make the grand final, but no team has ever won the NRL title from outside the top 4.